dishwashers, right? Now, in my house when I was growing up, I was the dishwasher, right? Let's be honest, we all did this. so can you kasher dishwashers? I don't know. I try to get ready for Pesach, so let's jump straight into dishwashers for a second. So, the Poskim will say you cannot kasher dishwashers. Simple, it's too complicated. Let me explain some of the complexities that relate to it. There's a lot of pieces. Number one is the walls. What are the walls made of? This happens to be an easier dishwasher because it's stainless steel walls. A lot of the new dishwashers are made such. Older dishwashers used to have porcelain walls. Some of the dishwashers, that's you cannot kasher under any circumstances. Some dishwashers, many today, have plastic walls. Plastic again, remember coming back to that, the Oyus Psak is the Shas HaTzorech at the time of need. I don't know anybody who doesn't think a dishwasher is the Shas HaTzorech. So, but again, remember you're really in what's called option B. So it's not the best of situations. The other reasons that dishwashers are complicated is as follows. Some people say you need to replace the racks. I just consulted one of you guys who says the racks don't need to be replaced as long as if you examine them, there's no cracks in the racks. Because sometimes they come by somebody with enamel or plastic coating. If there's any cracks in the racks, that's going to be a problem because you can't really kasher them, right? You can't really kasher them. So you need to examine the racks and make sure there's no holes. Then the other thing which is really important, most people don't know, is the grease filter, which comes in the bottom. They're always the bottom, and you always have to find it. So like as an example, here, if you take this one out, yeah, you can see this dishwasher's been working, right? So you got the stuff, this is like just regular dishwasher. They're usually worse, right? Great job. So usually worse. These, some would say you need to replace the whole thing. Some say just a really good clean of this, right, is sufficient. You cannot kasher a dishwasher without doing this, because you're kashering to get things out of the walls, but you've got actual chametz sitting in the dishwasher, right? That doesn't work. So if you make sure that there's no cracks in your racks, you make sure that you've cleaned everything out over here. You leave it 24 hours. I do know that there are poskim who are comfortable with saying, I'll get that back in a second, who are comfortable with saying, you clean it, you clean the filter, make sure the racks are fine, you make sure the material of the walls is metal, as an example, or plastic, you put it on 3 cycles empty, right? Then that'll be sufficient as well, because what's going to happen? Meaning the concern is there's chametz, right? So the chametz will let's say we've got rid of the mamoshas, anything which is actually chametz, any tastes of chametz is now, it's been 24 hours, and we're putting the same level of heat as to how it got in is going to be how it gets out as well. And this is the best we could do in these circumstances. It is important in the cleaning, and just to make it, just why some people might think it's not worth it, is one of the things which is really important with the cleaning is all the seams. So this dishwasher is actually excellent because, as you can see by the surfaces, there's not many seams in this. A lot of dishwashers do have seams, which means when you pull out the racks and you look where the wall meets the ceiling, there's a seam between 2 pieces of metal. Those areas need to be cleaned very carefully with something strong before the 24 hours begins in order to be able to achieve this. Cool? We good? Okay, so is it possible? It is possible. Is everybody very happy with this? Not everybody's very happy with this. It is certainly doable, and it depends what one's doing. So if one is usually having Pesach on fancy disposable ware, then this is why go there. If one is makpid to make sure it's always China and it's going to be, and one is having the entire family and it's a lot of work, this is a possibility. Bearing in mind some of the details that we dealt with. We good?